Well, I have a lot of different responses to that question, what meditation really is. But I would say that meditation is living your life as if it really mattered. And that means you got to be here for it, with awareness and with a certain degree of kindness towards oneself and an understanding of the deep interconnectedness of all life and all beings. So that's something that understanding doesn't come from here. It comes from directly connecting with the totality of your being. And the first foundation of mindfulness is the body. So that's a wonderful place to start. And so if we could just learn to tune into our own bodies and see how responsive and dynamical they are in relationship to other people, to various changing circumstances in our lives and in our own minds and so forth, then we would be able to live a life that is a kind of embodiment of clarity, wisdom, kindness, and well-being. And it's not some kind of Mount Everest that we have to climb. It's closer than close. It's in this very moment. It's in this very breath. That if there's any liberation at all on the planet, it's already here as the potential. And our job, so to speak, or the calling of meditation is to learn how to see the actuality behind the veil of appearance and learn how to inhabit that dimensionality of our being that we so much ignore or take for granted. So there are lots of hidden dimensions to being human. And as we uncover them, we live much bigger and fuller and less self-centered lives. And one of the most obvious of those hidden dimensions, but nevertheless remains totally hidden, even to meditators for long stretches of time, is the present moment. The only moment that we ever are alive in, and yet most of the time we're off someplace else in the past or in the future. And scheming, what we like, what we don't like, what we want to get rid of, what we want to acquire. And all of this is in some sense just my thumbnail encapsulation, living life as if it really mattered. If you only had 36 hours left to live, probably a lot of the things that we worry about would fall away. So why not, never mind, you only have one moment to live. And that's actually literally true. You only have one moment to live. And it's this one. So if we miss it, in that little moment, we have died to a certain potential, and we have the potential to actually reclaim our moments while we have them. Once we're dead, all bets are off. I know different people have different stories about that, but why not appreciate this lifetime and see what it has to offer? And so everybody, one other thing I'll say about the meditation is that there's no one right way to do it. So everybody needs to, in some sense, find the thread for themselves and then test it against reality, the greatest meditation teacher of all, and in that way also taking inspiration and instruction from great teachers everywhere, who often turn out to be your children or your spouse or your parents or whatever. Learn the lessons that so much of the time we're opaque to, or we're resistant to, because they don't fit the story of me. So that's one other piece of it that should at least be investigated, if not abandoned.